So, hello everyone, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to BTS show episode 3. Do you guys are familiar with this program? I hope so. Alright, let's introduce our team before we start. I am Lim, the host for today's talk. And here is my member, Brandon, Vicky, and Nani. So before we start, is there anything you all want to share with the audience?
No.
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 Hiya.
Welcome to live studio.
So now I will say welcome to Born to Split shows. Okay. So without any delay, let's begin with our topic today, which is way to cope with the stress. So what is the stress? Stress is the feeling of emotion or physical tension. It's come from any event or talk that make you feel frustrated, angry, or nervous. Nervous, something like that. So based on the government statistic from Japan, the number of suicide last month is more than the number of people who suffer COVID-19 over the entire year. So this is a terrible number. It's about 2,000 people died in a month. So the main reason is due to the stress. Besides, the stress in Malaysia also increased drastically due to the number of new cases in COVID virus is increasing daily. Yeah. So now let me give you all some example where the stress come from. For example, when you are in good mood to do your assignment, then you found that tomorrow is the due date, so you feel stressed. So you drink coffee, gao, and then you rush your assignment and become panda tomorrow. So beside one more example is when you are sitting for your final exam, then you see your friend going out of the exam hall one by one, but the time still remain about 1 hour. Then you feel stressed again. How come like this? So do you understand where is the stress come from?
Yeah.
Or is there any good example to show where the stress come from? Brendan, any idea?
I think I got some ideas for the stress. I think that everyone on the world have stress. No matter what types of people you are, optimistic or so called sad people, all got stress. You are having stress, maybe for your study, your work, or the relationship, or for the most important, just like the Lim just now mentioned that the increasing of the cases every day is increased uncontrollably. So I think that everyone has stress, but
Hmm.
for uh, there is the examples that I can think for the stress.
Okay, that's good. So which mean we should apply some technique to cope with it. So Brandon, do you have any idea to cope with the stress?
For coping the stress, I think that everyone has have their ways for coping the stress. For me, I
Hmm.
think that the most important thing that you need to do is determine the source of your stress. So
Hmm.
called the source of your stress is the maybe can we can say that it is the reason that making you stress or reason causing you stress. For determining the main reason for making you stress, you can easily coping the stress with any solution or any ways for easily to cope the stress. So I think the most important thing is you need to know what is the thing that causing you stress or making you stress. That is the most importantly. Just like for me, for example, for me, I have suffering some stress, some midterm stress, past few weeks ago. So thinking that having some difficulties for doing good in the midterm test or finding some difficulties to study well during the midterm test. So
Hmm.
after the midterm tests have end, we are having the 1 week of midterm break, just like holidays for you to take a break for the midterm test.
Yes,
So for
yes.
me, I have decided to play some video game or some PC games. Just this is the way that for me to coping the stress, I
Mm.
play the video games because when you are in the games, you need some focus or the all full of your attention. This will let you forget all about the stress or all about the problem that you have. You will just enjoy the game and having fun. But I'm also suggest that not playing the too exciting game like shooting game or what that will make you feel more stressed than before. Having some relaxing
Mm.
game like farming game or some like Candy Crush. This just like some relaxing game for you to
Mm.
relieve the stress and having fun. That's for me. That's my way. One of my ways to coping the stress.
Mm. I see. I see. Mm.
Then I think that Nani, how about you? That having is how you if you are having stress, how are you coping the stress with your own ways?
Okay, for me, you said you're coping stress by playing video games, and different
Yes.
person have their own ways to cope with their stress. For me, I will drawing, or I'll do anything that I like hobbies. But my favorite hobbies is drawing. As you can see behind me, I have lots of painting up there. But for me, I will draw. But different person have their own. So when I say I do drawing, it doesn't mean that all of you need to draw also. You need to do something that all of you like. Like some of you might like reading, some of you might like listening to K-pop, some of you
Mm.
might like Bennett earlier playing video games.
All
Um,
right. I think okay.
and I agree with Brandon earlier about how past few weeks we've been stressed about the midterm.
Yes.
And even though we have like the holiday, the 1 week holiday, we still stress about it. We're not like fully relaxing on the holiday, right? Because
Yeah.
sometimes
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's a WhatsApp reminding, oh, next week is the test. Oh, you need to study what is this chapter, that chapter. That's a little bit of stressful. So for me to cope up with the stress, we need to like maybe the 1 day of the holiday, we should like turn off our handset, turn off our handphone to just stop from the online, to stop for people reminding us that we need to have tests next week. So we need to have 1 day
Yes.
without social media. Maybe we like go out, we jogging and play with our friends. Maybe like 1 or 2 days to relaxing the stress about the upcoming midterm. Yeah, that's
Okay.
all for my ways of coping stress. How
All right.
about you, Vicky?
For me, it just I think I also agree with you guys because most of the game and most of the drawing also great and can release the stress as because like gaming, I'm also gaming like ML, PUBG, Among Us, and everything. But I don't think so for Candy Crush. But because sometimes I play Candy Crush, it makes me more
Okay.
stressed. I don't know why. I just like what happened, and then suddenly I think. For me, I just take a break from my life, and then when I'm
Mm,
stressed, I still see that all of my behind. It's just all of my outfit for my on cosplay and everything like about makeup, and also the TikTok. That's what I do like every day. Take a break and everything. It just like I think it just can release my stress, even though that we got a lot of hateful and also the good comment and everything. But for me, I didn't care about the comment. I just care about my life. I just think that the stress can be released and then I can be free. It's just what you know that yeah. It just I like TikTok. What I just like TikTok, just like what we do on YouTube because I'm also a YouTuber. But yeah, just I prefer to do a TikTok. After to do a TikTok, I just I mean like editing all of the video TikTok into the YouTube, so that I can watch all of my TikTok, so that I know what is the less, I mean, like, what is wrong with the TikTok and everything, and then I can just say and laughing on my own TikTok. So what about you, Lim?
Oh, for me, okay. For me, I prefer exercise because it relax my muscle. And the best way to relax the muscle by doing exercise is sleeping. Sleeping is the
Wow.
best way to relax yourself. Because when you sleep, you no need to think more about the stress, think about the life, no need. So you just sleep. Then you wake in the morning and to have a shower. Showering is very good because it can get a lot of idea. For example, when you find difficulty in your assignment, you go to bath, then suddenly you got an idea pop up from your brain, then you know how to solve your assignment. Besides, like an adult too, when you lost your job or you have no money due to this new pandemic, go back, then you will get a new idea how to handle this situation. Trust me, 100% working.
Cool.
So, so I see some comment from the audience says that they release their stress by watching anime and also playing some game to escape from the life for a while.
Wow.
Are you all agree?
The new animes, the Attack of Titan.
Yeah. We're all talking about Attack of Titan season 4, right? Like people,
Wow,
lots of people coping stress with watching anime. Like,
by killing giant can release our stress. Seems like. Okay. Okay, Brandon, do you have any more ways to release the stress or handle it?
For me, I think that other ways is having some bonding activities with your pets, just like maybe dogs, cats, or even hamster or rabbits. Uh, uh, having just having some playing some game with them, or having some bonding activities, spend some time with them, just like bringing them to a walk or run in the park nearby, or they will be very excited. And when you are watching them, you will feel that you are releasing your stress too, having some fun games, just like throw and catch with your dog or petting your cats. It will let you feel satisfying and also feel very calm with your stress or some problem you're facing. I
Mm.
think that the pets will helps a lot for us to calm down or be more more calm to the situation or anything that we're facing that have giving us difficulties. I think
Oh, I see, I see. How about you, Nani? Do you have any more idea?
okay, for me, like when you said it's bonding with pets, right? But for me,
Yeah.
like bonding
yes.
with friends, like go to vacation with them, go to vacation or hang out with them. Especially in this pandemic, like we've been like in a lockdown for months. I hope that the pandemic will be ending soon, so that most of us will have the opportunity to meet our friends. Like, uh, I think after this pandemic ends, it's better to meet up with all your friends to release the stress of not meeting them for months, especially the one like before we some of you must be in matriculation or diploma. You had no chance to meet or greet your friends, like to say bye at them. But for me, I was from matriculation. I do not have the opportunity to say goodbye properly at them. So I think that after this pandemic ends, I will like find opportunity to release my stress or release my how I miss them by meeting them. Like do a short getaway for all of my friends. It's very common thing for girls. Like do a short getaway.
Mm. That's great. That's great. So, Vicky? Any?
uh, I think I will also agree about the pets and also vacation, but I never been to vacation, so I don't know. So I think I just can say that I just like I like both of the opinion, but for my own opinion, I just prefer to talk to the others like stranger just because I like a stranger more than my own friend because sometimes even friends also can step back you for it's just my life lah because sometimes I also get a step back from my own friend. It's just like, oh, MG, I cannot do this anymore. So that's why I prefer to find a lot of stranger and then talk to them. It's just like when you wanted to exchange language and then want to find some friends. But for me, I it's just like since I have been in the friends finding friends app for a long time, like 10 years already. It's just like such as Tinder, Omi, WeChat, like Tantan, also Udo, Litmatch, and everything. For me, it's just like yeah,
Mm-mm.
it's just I think I just can. I mean, like I prefer to have a chat like to the all of them. Even I think like even all of them like about like thousand like million. I also can reply all of those chat. I think it's just like wow. I don't think that it just can make me more stressed. It's just like I really like to reply the chat as as soon as possible. It's just like OMG, I can't. But for me, yeah. And also, I prefer to have a call to them. And when I try to finding a friend, I like to ask them if I can have a call with them. Also, a video call. But mostly, I got only on call one. But I think it's also okay because most of the people right now have insecure of their face. Also, they're just like you know what like um they can't even show their face because you know that most of people like if they even cannot agree with their face even they are handsome or not even they are ugly even we are telling them that they are handsome but they also cannot agree with them you know that that just happened to me often like wow so I think that that's what happened to me before but now it's just not an insecure anymore because I'm an extrovert person so I just talk and like I like to talk more than chatting even though that I like to chatting more than talk. How about you,
Oh,
Arnan? Did you agree with me?
I agree with you. Especially the part you said like you prefer strangers than friends, right? Because friends is like someone that already know us. Like it's easy for them to judge us. Right? So for me, like I have a tutor, so it's like very fun for me to interact with my tutor friends. Like I draw, like so I have my own tutor for drawing. It's fun for me to like telling them about their drawings is about how pretty their arts, sharing tips how to do this, how to do that, and how they respond for me, how good my drawing is. Uh, but for my friends, it's so hard because not most of us like do drawings, like understand arts. So it's easy for me to like talk to strangers, especially the strangers that have the same interest with me. So I agree about you, the way you say about strangers, but how you prefer like talking to them, video calling them instead of your friends. I agree with that.
That's good.
Yes, I think that Vicky got a good point because I have a real experience that having a call for 4 hours or 3 hours with my friends, having a deep conversation at night, it feels very great after the call. You feel that everything have relief, your stress has gone. You feel very great after the call. That's my own experience.
Yeah, I agree with that.
yeah,
I
I
also agree
agree
with that.
so. So most of us feel that calling to a stranger or a friend to talk more, then can release our stress better than doing is more effectively, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. Besides, I also have an experience that to team up with friends to solve a problem together rather than do it yourself, so that it can reduce the stress also. Although you team up with some friend or to do something to solve the problem, it might require more time, but you can solve it nicely without stress. Instead of solo, we can play teamwork like an ant to solve the problem together, so that we will not get the stress easily. Okay. I just noticed that there is some question from the comment. Where is the comment? Other than pets and friend, can we cope with stress by ourselves? I mean, like listen to music that make us calm. Oh, thanks, Pak Minjam. Okay.
Me
Who
can.
want to answer his question?
May I
He
answer
or she, I
this
don't.
one?
Oh, sure.
Okay. Yes, we can cope our stress by ourselves. Like you said, listening to music, right? That's
Yes.
true. We can cope with by listening to music to make us calm. Uh, it's like just like I said before, I cope my stress by drawing. It's by myself also lah. I like to draw, so I draw. So do you like to listen to music? So then you listen to music. Just like
Mm.
any other thing that you can do. Like I think that listening to music is basically labeling as our hobby. Our hobby is listening to music. You can not just listening to music. Just like what they said earlier, watching anime is also like something that we coping our stress by ourselves. Listening to anime, watching anime, watching K dramas, listening to music, or like maybe make music ourselves. Like maybe some of you know how to play instrument, right? They also like ways to coping stress by yourself. It's something like doing the thing that you like the most, doing your hobby. So yes, we
Mm.
can listen to music to cope up with.
So, Nani, is there
Uh,
any music you recommend to us for it, so that we can cope with our stress nicely?
Maybe we can hear
any
it.
any
Yeah.
any kind of song? I mean, what kind of song we listen to cope with the stress?
By the comment, they all said like lo-fi. Lo-fi is like a techno beat of song using techno. It's something like more to calming people. Like if you like at night you want to read, it's better you read listening to lo-fi. But my suggestion for me to coping up with stress is, I think it's like normal for teenagers, girl teenagers to listen to K-pop. So yeah, I listen to K-pop to cope up with my stress. I like fangirling to my K-pop group, the oppa like the oppa and the Ernie, like that. You agree can
Mm.
Vicky?
Of course, I agree because I'm also a K-pop before, so I know what does it feel like. You really like K-pop more than Western song, and even in your country on song, it's just like you already into K-pop. Yeah. So what about Lim? Do you have any song that you want to recommend us to release our stress?
Yeah. Any of songs you guys listen to?
mm, I prefer to listen to some soundtrack rather than the music that got some lyric,
yes,
like
just like
the
some instrument like saxophone or some piano.
Or EGM?
somehow like EDM. Yeah.
DM
I
is the
like
same
EGM.
but more like a very beaty song, right?
Yeah. There is
A
a
song to
comment.
dance to.
Mm. there's a comment from Dida stated that I recommend listen to classical music. Something about them trigger the clam sense in our mind. I agree with it. So
Yeah, I agree with you.
Besides than listening music, I think I got another tips of for coping the stress by ourselves. Just like keeping a stress diary, a diary that note down the date, the time, or the place of each stressful thing happen, and note down what are you doing, what you were with, who you were with, and how you felt at the moment. And after jot down, note down all the situation, you can just give every each stress level, just like rating 1 to 10 scale. Then use the diary to understand what is the most thing that will easily triggers your stress or how effective you are in the stressful situation. I think the diary will help you to more easily enable you to more easily to avoid the stressful situation and develop better coping mechanism in your daily life. That's another ways to cope by yourself
I
by
agree
having a
with you.
stress diary.
Do you have anything else?
No,
Yes.
no.
Okay, yeah, I agree with you, like keeping up a diary for stress. But for me, as someone who do arts, I prefer like journaling, like uh,
Ah,
like
yes, yes.
a sketchbook or something like where I stress out. I will like draw something, what either draw something like what stressing me out, or draw something that try to help with me. What ways to convey my stress like that. Uh, like journaling is some of us like love to decorate our journaling like we need to like buy some paper color, some pen and marker, and that's also ways of relaxing other than like saying like we stressing about some exam, but we also like relaxing it by decorating the journal.
Yeah,
So
after
yeah,
looking
yeah,
the journal is colorful and all the very bright with colors.
all the
filled
markers,
with
color
achievement.
yeah.
Yeah. Some of them also like to watch the video to release stress. Like they see the colorful picture that flow fluently, or to listen the sound that is move
Cosmo.
that sounds quietly like that to release their stress. Or even they like to pop some bubble plastic, pop, pop, pop,
Uh,
pop. Then they can release their stress too, like a stress
like,
ball
Yeah.
too. They like to,
like
yeah, they
escape.
like to use that as instrument to overcome their stress. Vicky, is there any point you want to share?
For me, just yeah, I do have one point, but I don't think this point will be a good tip. But I think it's a good tip. Uh, for my own opinion, I think taking care of yourself also a good a good way for because taking of yourself like going to somewhere to treat out yourself. I mean like going to meet a doctor to check your own stress uh like asking for the advice from them and also take I mean like also taking a medicine and everything like yeah taking care of yourself like you need to sleep and also you have to take care of your health and everything.
Hmm.
I think that one also good, but not all of us that. I mean, like what the word to say? Wait, like I don't think that I'm not. I mean, like oh my god, I forgot the word that really good for that. I mean, like I forgot that words.
Oh, never
Uh,
mind. Just
no, okay lah.
just don't too stress when we like.
No, it's just I forgot the words.
Oh,
I will
okay.
say that the Vikings have the point, like just like make time for yourself, spending time on
Uh,
just yourself, having your own personal time, not having with others or having some gathering or how, just having some quiet time or some personal time with yourself, just like going some fishing trip or reading a book, watching movie. Just I think that this will have a you will have a on time that you can communicate with yourself that why are you so stressed, why you need to have a so stress emotion or how, and you will know the all the reason, or you can relieve coping it by yourself, just having some personal time, enjoy the personal time with just yourself, enjoy it with yourself, not with the friends or not with the crowd, having having some just like some trip to the nature, spend some time in the nature, uh, having some jungle trekking or how so called that some relaxing activity for on yourself.
Okay. Mm.
So I see as a comment, Dida comment. She said that despite the big effects of stress, stopping feeling correctly will actually help us in every day. Yeah, like the way we like talk about stress, like we like saying that stress is a bad thing. It is like it has both bad thing and good things. Like if we are not stressed enough, like we are like chilling, like by example, tomorrow is our due date for assignment. If we like not stressed enough, like we are chilling, like relax, like, just tomorrow. We won't finish our assignment. So even though we are stressed out, by stressing ourselves out, we like the motivation for us to do something. Like we stress about our examination. So when we stress, we have the will to like study. So just like what Dida said, uh, we also know ways to cope with it correctly lah. So we shouldn't dwell with it much. But we still need to have stress in our life. We cannot be like chilling all the time. Like tomorrow is the due date for our assignment. Like relax, just relax. So we need to be stressed out, right? We need to be stressing like, oh my god, tomorrow is the due date. So I need to finish the assignment. Uh, so
Mm.
yes.
Yeah.
Any of you agree with me?
Yes, I
okay.
I would
agree.
say
Yeah,
that
yes, I do agree with
sometimes the
you.
stress will become the motivation for us. The stress will be turning into the motivation or motivation energy for us to having a greater performance or how.
Mm. Yeah. So that means stress is not bad at all, right? It has some benefit and also has some disadvantage like that. So I see from a comment, I very agree with it from Lily Pet, is that it depends on your own mentality. Some people can cope it well, but some get lost easily. And when they are lost, depression kick in. So mentality is very important to to prevent ourselves become very stressed when we in some situation. So to overcome with it, we should have a strong mentality. This is what I agree with him. So any ideas you all want to state?
Yes, I also agree with him. Like if we like too stressed, to the point we like keep thinking about the problem, keep thinking about the thing that stressing us, will like eventually become depression. You will always think about it, like to
Yeah.
the point like it becomes something. obstacle. It's uh like stopping us to do something. Like some
Yes.
of us, instead of solving the problem, we run away from the problem. So
Mm,
we become more stressed. Like tomorrow is the like tomorrow we need to do exam, have a test. Instead of like go study, we didn't go study, but we still stressing the fact that tomorrow is an examination, but we didn't do something about it. So it keeps
yes.
stressing us. Yeah. Like we keep
Mm,
saying we have a bad grades, but we didn't study. So we keep like being stressed after we receive a bad grade. We we said about it, but we didn't solving ourselves by studying, by doing better. Like that.
mm,
Yeah.
I see,
Wow.
I see. Agree, agree. But however, although we have so many ways to handle the stress, but actually uh I have a more suitable ways to handle the stress, which is we pray to the Lord, whatever the religion you are. So we we pray for the Lord so that the Lord can help us to solve our problem so that we can handle all the thing nicely like that. Agree or not?
Always agree.
Okay.
I would say that you having the belief in gods or believe in your religion, it will helps a lot for you to become more stronger and more mentality will be more how say how will be more
Stronger. Yeah.
stronger will be more stronger to facing any problems or solving every problem you're facing or the stress. Just having a religion is a good thing, I think, for everyone.
I agree.
Mm,
Like for me being
I
a
agree.
Muslim, it's like most of us will like saying if we like stress enough, we need to like pray. We have extra praying. We talk to our God. So yeah, it sure helps. Like
mm,
that people don't understand us, right? So when we talk to our creator, nobody will judge it. So we just pour our heart to him. So yes, I agree with
yeah,
you.
yes. So here's a question again from Devon Barney. He said that how much stress is too much?
I think how much stress is too much is when it becomes the point you can work properly. Like you keep thinking of the stress to the point like you doesn't feel any will to live. Like just like someone said earlier, to the point you have depression. I think that's why it said that stressing is too much. Or like for physically, people that have been stressed too much, it will lose their hair. Like someone with
Yeah.
their hair will suffer such a loss. That means you are stressing way too much.
Hmm.
Or like some it's something like headache. Yeah, you keep having headaches. That means you're stressing too much. You keep thinking of it. So when you started to like suffer a hair loss or headache, you need to like seek help maybe or try to do something to help you decreasing the stress.
Hmm. Yes. Okay. I saw a lily pad
The
comment again. He said that we never know what's happening to that person who want to commit. It's important to seek help. Don't keep it to yourself. No one will help you if you don't want to help yourself. So this that's why we need to have a strong mentality as stated before so that we can solve the problem by ourselves also.
I think that for this comments, I will say that the This will show that how important is your friends or the person around you. When you are seeking for help, you need a person that taking serious on your signal of seeking help, just like giving you more attention or giving you asking you why or why are you experiencing or what. So and having a deep conversation with you so that you can really have a relief on your stress or have a exchange the emotion with her or him, just like the seeking for the help is most important for the one who want who having a stress problem or so-called depression, because depression person will need a person to lead him or having guide on him or her, just like having some giving some help on her daily life, asking how was your day going, or what you're experiencing, or why are you unhappy. For depression people or the people is experiencing stress, I think.
Okay. I
Okay.
agree with you, Brandon, but about limited comments, it say like for someone that want to commit suicide, the person is the one who need to seek help. But it is not easy, right, to seek help, to help other people to understand us. So for a person that doesn't have any problems, uh like us, if we don't have any problems, it's better for us to give our help to them instead. Like maybe like suddenly you ask them, oh, how is your day? Are you okay? Are you fine? So when we start the conversation first, when we ask about them first, they will have like the kick, the triggering them for them to talk to us. They cannot seek help because it's not easy for everybody to seek help, right? So we,
Yes.
as the friends, we need to like maybe we need to obsess our friends more. Maybe go to their Twitter, go to their Instagram. Are they okay? Are they fine? Are their DP have their picture? Or maybe it's like sometimes people like put a black DP, removing their DP. So we need to ask them, are you okay? Maybe we will encourage them for them to talk to us. We cannot just wait for people to seek us. We need to talk to them. We need to seek them first. We need to ask them, are you okay? Do you need people to talk to? So instead, like it's kind of ways to reducing suicide. Instead of people seeking help, we the one who prevent them. Yeah.
I see, I see.
Uh,
So there's a question come again from Madam Baiduri. Any ideas what can help people to have strong inner self? That's a good question.
Mm,
Vicky, what is your idea about this question?
mm, I don't think that I can answer it. What about you, Lim? Do you have any idea about it?
If someone have a strong inner self, I believe he need to wait some timing so that the stress can be released. Somehow like a friend, he is waiting a friend to uh, to bring him out from the stress situation. But this is not a good example because he is waiting, not he going out because he is strong in himself. But for me, I suggest he playing solo, he can do some exercise like hobby, apply, find out what is his interest in some exercise so that he can release his stress via that solution. Agree?
I think that Lim got some the idea there, but I think that for inner self strengthen our to have a strong inner self, I think we need to take some challenge. Just like if you are living try to living alone or try to traveling alone, taking some challenge for yourself by doing something alone and having some facing the problem by just your own self, having then figure it out how to solve the problem, then solving the problem just by on your or your just by yourself. You will feel that you sometimes you are very strong. You can done all the thing by yourself. You don't need somebody's help or what. I think that that is the point to stronger your inner self.
Mm.
Yes, I
Yes, yes.
agree.
Agree, agree.
I would like to add more points. To have like
Mm.
stronger inner self, we need to trust ourselves more. We need to love ourselves. Like
Yeah,
people who like committing suicide or having depression is someone that cannot, they don't trust themselves, they don't love themselves. So we need to like trust ourselves. We need to maybe like talking alone, saying that you can do this, you can do this. Like we keep encouraging ourselves. People, maybe like people don't like us, right? But we need to like ourselves. We need to love ourselves. That it is on our own. We need to believe ourselves first. For people to
yeah.
believe us, right?
Self-motivated.
Yeah, we need to self motivating ourselves.
Agree. I agree with you. So here is the question again from Park Min Jan. Okay, my friends say that we can cope to stress by smashing things and screaming. Is it true? Oh,
Yes,
for me, I agree with this.
yeah,
Yes.
Uh, for screaming, I can explain a bit. You go to the seaside, then you shout to the sea. Then I believe that it's 100% you can release your stress. Also, if you feel seaside is too open, you can go to karaoke. Then you book for a hall, and then you can shout anything you want in the hall. Then I believe the stress will disappear rapidly.
as
Hmm.
for the smashing one, I agree it can make us like relieving our stress. But smashing is like ways of coping stress negatively. It's a negative way of coping stress.
Yeah,
Except you
Mm,
yes.
like except you like working somewhere like at the junkyard, you need to smash things it's okay. But if like smashing your things or smashing the house, it's not a good thing. It's a negative way. Like some
yeah,
people coping themselves by smoking. It is a negative way of coping. You can cope by it, but it's a negative way. Like smashing, smoking or doing drugs, it's a negative way. But you can, but it's a negative thing lah.
mm,
But I think other than smashing, I think why not try for punching the sandbags? Buy
Uh,
a sandbags and then try to punch the sandbags. I think that also can release your stress as because you try to release everything from your punch and then you can punch all I mean like all of your what you have and then you just punch. I think because I also do it like every day in my house.
like doing any martial arts, instead of punching your door, better is start to punching sandbag, right? Or like punching someone for the sake of martial art for defending yourself. I think it's okay.
yeah.
Yep.
Brandon, is there any supporting point? I see you got something to say just now.
I
I think
said
that just like Madam have mentioned in the comments, she like to doing some Zumba, having some sweat and forget about the work for a while. For me, I will having the same situation, but by playing some basketball game. Get down to the nearest basketball court and having sweat, playing basketball game with friends. You will feel much more satisfying and it is tired, but you are very happy and it can relieve all the bad things and lets you feel it's great for having some sweat or having some exercise
Yeah.
on coping the stress.
I agree. I agree with you, like coping your stress by playing basketball, right? And I also agree with Madam just now, like doing Zumba. Um, Before this, I live in a matriculation, so matriculation is kinda like very packed. You are very stressful. Like every day you have classes from morning to evening. So most of my friends, we want to release ourselves by Zumba, by like just going to our rooms and blasting the music out loud and dancing, laughing with each other to it for us to coping stress. Especially after like a long week, week 14, like too many assignment. We just have like one day where we have a free evening and we like dancing all around. Maybe we be kinda loud, like disturbing others, but we can kind of manage to release our stress by doing that. Like laughing with each other, also sweating. It make us more healthy. We're healthier, like some sort of workout. It also can release our stress too.
Hmm, that's good.
Cool.
Is there anything else?
Mm, can I say something?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, yes.
I think for I just also want to where's the comment? Okay, just like Madam Baiduri said, they're like to do some physical activity and like doing Zumba, and then enough for Instagram and everything, and then start for the jump. But for me, I don't want to say disagree for it, but I still can say agree. But for me, just like I'm a different person, but even though that I always on the phone every time 24 hours, but sometimes when I do a TikTok, sometimes I do a dance one and then do a lot of choreography dance, and also the jump one and sweet. Also, because sometimes in the TikTok also have a challenge, like a dance challenge, and also everything about challenge, and you also can try to release your stress by doing a challenge by thinking a lot of idea. But even though that most of people will be think that even though that thinking of some idea will also can be a stress, but for me, I think thinking of a lot of idea give me a lot of, give me a releasing of a stress, because I like to think some of idea for my own content on my video. So it's just like I doing everything on physical like punching the sandbags, and also dance and Zumba, and also doing some singing. Sometimes I just record it and then post it on my YouTube, also at TikTok.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I have read some question earlier by Tong Eng saying that any suggestion for someone who success at making friends. Okay, this is my opinion. I am someone who is an introvert and I also have social anxiety, which to the point that I can't socialize with people. By can means like I don't have the capability to socialize with them. So yes, I am stressed with making friends, but to cope with it, like we are the one. I am the one who can't make friends, but the others can. So for me, I would just like maybe wait slowly for them to approach me. Other than that, like I will keep making things slowly. I will try to decide uh what can I do for me to make friends. Like I was in matriculation, so when I want to make friends, I was like I taking the ways for me to make friends. So the way that I did take is I joined sport. When joining sports, like going into a team, I played rugby before. So uh, like automatically I will have my teammates and my friends. It's like a short step, like step by step. You can like suddenly join sport. Maybe you can try to make friends with your classmate first, or a small step with your roommate first. Making friends with your roommates. Maybe you can friend with your roommate's friend. Maybe you can like say the first word, say hi to them first. Maybe they need to say hi, but you just need to wait. You don't need to be stressed out. Like people, we sometimes with like there's like a lot of friendly people, you know. Like sometimes they will keep making the effort to know you, so you need to just accept it. If you can't make the effort to know them, maybe every time they say hi, you say hi back. Just give a 50-50 interaction lah. If you can't do the first thing, maybe you like respond to them. Like making friends is not easy for someone that don't know how to write. Like you just need to like step by step. Maybe wait for them. If like in case of emergency, you need to like with all your willness, you maybe try to talk to them. Like it's not, it doesn't have a bad thing like making friends, right? Have like more friends, have a lot of benefits. Yeah, so that's all.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So as a conclusion, so stress has its advantage and disadvantage, I think. So if people can handle it effectively, so this can provide a people a lot of advantage. Instead, it will lead to lots of problem. So it's hard to solve it. So stress is a common problem for this modern life and is a normal quantity for everyday life. And there is no way to escape from this situation. So that's why we need to learn how to handle the stress nicely. So with this, that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Hope you all have enjoyed this show today. Stay home, stay safe. Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank
Bye
you. Bye
bye.
bye.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for
Thank you for
watching.
watching.
Thanks for watching.